What's up, everybody? This is Crypto Cory back with another cryptocurrency video. I have to say this in almost every single video. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and educate yourself on anything that you're trading. So let's just jump right into the video. But first, I am trying out a new headset. So hopefully the videos come out a lot clearer as far as audio goes. So you don't have to hear my fingers swiping across the microphone, when I'm doing some of these chartings. All right, so BTC has not been a friend of me or the group, especially in the past week. It has been very aggravating to a lot of traders out there as far as the day traders go. Hodlers, you're hodling. That's what you do. But you've seen a significant drop in a lot of your stocks that you've been investing into just because BTC can't make up its mind, and it really needs to make a reversal like now. So if BTC doesn't get its act together, it's not looking good. And I've been saying this for like almost a week, but it's slowly crept past this point right here. So if we come over here to BTC, which is, let's go to its highest point in the past, day or so, we're at 64,000, and we had a previous high of 63. It's all-time high. We already know what that is. And we're not at 66.9 yet. So basically where we tested today, well, this is the beginning of the day, was 63,000, then we had 63.5, then we had 64.2. So where Bitcoin needs to break right now is 63.7, which it already has, but now it's on these weird patterns right now. It's like it's forming this again. And I've been saying this in the past few videos. We're reestablishing this right here. And this doesn't make sense for what this is putting out. This one makes sense, this one doesn't make sense, and this one definitely doesn't make sense. This is not a continuation right here. This is just something weird that it doesn't make sense, and it's doing it again here. So what I'm thinking is that the whales are jumping into it, the bigger corporations, and they're selling off just to keep this thing from really taking off, and they're trying to make it trade sideways. And if they can pull it and hold it sideways long enough, they have the ability to drag it back down with a big initial sale. So I don't know if you guys were watching your BTC today, but it was a massive spike right here around 1 o'clock my time today. So, that was a huge drop. You're talking a high of freaking 63,000 and it came down to 60,400. That's a lot to sell off to make Bitcoin do that. Call it flash test, call it what you want, but somebody sold, somebody else bought it at that price because somebody had some buy-in, pre-purchases going on. And that's pretty massive. If you come down here to 60,400, okay? So 60,400 right around yonder way, somewhere in here. So it found resistance along this line. And this is basically the bottom of the head and shoulders pattern that I was talking about. It won't reach out like that unless it feels like it needs to go down. But it had a hard retracement and pulled back up. But it didn't surpass anything really after that. So this is the scary part about what's going on with BTC on the day. As you can see, I seriously think whales are trying to slowly pull this down and form a head and shoulders pattern. And then all of a sudden it's just going to run down and reconsolidate. And then we'll have that real grim bear market in the middle of a bull run like we did a little while ago. Like back here. This was massive dips within 2 weeks time. It dropped a significant amount. It was at 57 in the end of the second week. It was down to a low of 29. So that can very well possibly happen again. I hope that it does not happen again. I hope that this is just a cup and handle on a short time frame that it's forming, but it's not looking like that so far. But hopefully it is. It could be doing that for a massive run up. Oh, excuse me. I mean, y'all on camera. But if it does break into a head and shoulders pattern, I was telling some people in the group about a few days ago, I was like, hey, look, sell, get out of everything. Don't know what Bitcoin's doing until it figures itself out. But right now it's in a price finding mode, and that price finding mode does not look too healthy. It looks like it's trying to reestablish what it lost around this area. So this thing had a high of 64.8, and here we are currently at a high of 64.28. So basically Bitcoin's away. I would say it's about $400 away from the high that it had today at 64.28. I think if it hits 68, it'll break through probably the next day or next week after that, and then keep running. These are what if scenarios if we can close out on certain parts of the week. But right now, this week is not looking bullish at all. This week looks weak, so if that makes any sense. On the 8-hour chart, I'm gonna zoom in. I mean, they say when in doubt, zoom out, but you gotta zoom in to find a friend. I'm just making stuff up as I go. Yeah, this could be a reverse triangle forming on the 4-hour chart, but this is a down and down and down and downward trend. And it seems like people are trying to pull out and move over to other things. Shiba. Somebody in Shiba had a massive sell-off. I mean, I think it was something around like 10 billion Shiba that somebody sold. And when they sold, they created the massive curve that you see right now on Shiba. And you're like, hey, what's going on with Shiba? Well, I mean, the natural reaction to what's going on with Shiba is happening based off who sold. So shout out to somebody that made a ton of money. I think it was somebody that found a wallet that they had like $8,000 of Shiba when it first opened on the market. And they found the address or got access to it and immediately sold it because it was worth, I don't know, how many billions, like 80 billion or something, I don't know. But somebody sold $10 billion worth of Shiba today, and that's what hit the market on top of a consolidation. Therefore, you have this extreme curve versus this slight curve that was supposed to consolidate like yonder way here because it's already built support here and here. Like these are support levels. And Shiba built the support level, and it was very, very strong in the market. And if we come back and you look at the market cap on it, that's Shiba's current market cap, total supply, which is through the roof. People are still currently trading Shiba because they love it. But when something like this doesn't make any sense, you get hit with a blindside. Especially when somebody just wants to take profits. The whale, any whale in something that's so massive on this. And long story short, this is pretty much what happened, is that somebody just sold off and they actually tanked the price of Shiba on top of a consolidation. If we go back to the daily chart, it's recovered just a little bit, but we've got it crossing on the MACD. So, but the DIF line is not really pulling down, so it could just be coming and forming a cup and handle pattern here. And we'll jump over to Elon, another coin that we've been trading in the group. It's just everything's taking a hit just because of the market. I mean, just because of BTC. If BTC starts shaking up, everything shakes up. Nothing's happy. Altcoins aren't happy. A lot of NFTs aren't happy, even then. So, it's just unfortunate that this is going on right now, especially how nicely the pattern Bitcoin was making to make that run. And then all of a sudden we get a cool down, which the market honestly needed, because there was a lot of coins that were being traded that were oversold. So those coins were going to crash or need a correction no matter what anyway. So this cool down is actually a good thing, even though we want to keep it rolling. I don't see this as an end to the market at all. I don't think the bull run is over quite yet, but I do see Bitcoin possibly forming a head and shoulders pattern, but not a strong one, if that makes any sense. I do think it's going to consolidate before it goes up, and if it does, great. If it does not consolidate, I see this thing running towards like 90 some odd $1,000 and then consolidating. So, I mean, you're really not going to lose too much, but right now the markets came down so low, this is the time to actually buy. I mean, if you're holding your positions, hold your positions. You don't lose it until you sell it, and you don't own it until you sell it. So just keep that in mind. Please be smart on your trades. Do not do anything ridiculous that you normally wouldn't do. Keep to the script. Stay to the script. Stay focused. Do something else besides crypto. Don't stress yourself out. I get it. It's very stressful. There's a lot going on that you're seeing your gains and stuff disappear slowly but surely. But like I said, everybody is going through this. Like this is a situation for everyone. If you're still in anything, really, your guarantees aren't guaranteed. We just got to talking about this yesterday on video. But main thing to focus on, what I like to look at are some of the ETFs. So I will look at my shorts. I'll take a peek at those and see which one's really moving. So are we like blasting through the water on some shorts? Let's see, so 3L. So we'll check some longs. ADA long is up 15%. And that just tells me what the market's actually doing. Solana is supposed to be coming out with a lot of like airdrops and whatnot. So I'm going to start looking at some Solana projects just because there's a lot coming out on that platform. What else? We got Polkadot. It's looking good. Access, FTM, Matic, not looking good at all. And Sushi Swap. I mean, the market's not dead. So, it's not dead yet, at least. Come over to the short side of things. These are the things you want to start looking at to buy right here. So this is just basic tips to look at when trading. So you start seeing your shorts, whatever short, it's, I won't say just shorts itself, but you want to focus in on when something's just like not happy. If it's rolling, it's rolling. But if you want to buy some shorts and hold them for the future, because something's going to make a U-turn because it's not really that good of a project, eventually it's going to freaking make a U-turn, especially with this market bouncing back and forth. And let's just say ADA has a correction. You can 3x your money. Do not put all your money on your coins and your trades. I've already said this before. Please, invest. Put $100 on it. If all you have is $100, put $5 on it. So that's what I'm saying as far as investing and throwing something at something that can make some side cash is finding something that's already tanked. And it necessarily doesn't even have to be a short or a long. It could be anything, just, especially your main tokens and your main coins that you've been seeing. Let's just back out and we'll come over here to our favorites. And like we've got Bolt, KDA, PBX. PBX is doing great things today. So I do want to touch on PBX. This thing doesn't care what Bitcoin's doing, to be honest. It does not care. It had an amazing day today. And it's just rolling. This right here, That's what you call three black horsemen, even though they're red, coming down, and that's supposed to be a pattern of a downward trend. But then it said, "Screw you, I'm going up," and that's what it did. So PBX having a fantastic day through all the FUD. I think it's nice because it's laying low underneath the radar. And for some reason, KuCoin has just ignored it as far as trying to update the market cap info. So if you got the market cap pricing for PBX before I put it up, just go ahead and find it, please, and post it in the comments. There's no link necessary, so don't do that. If you are new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. It just really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm so I can keep being creative with YouTube videos. And please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you get this time-sensitive information as it's posted, because YouTube likes to gatekeep cryptocurrency content and they will hide it from you. So if you want to see more content, if you want to join the Telegram group, it's $29.99 a month. You're going to make money in there, guaranteed. So it's like an educational crash course in crypto, plus you will also make a ton of money on your money. So if you got $1,000 to burn, come on over and turn that into something special. And I won't even say burn, just to invest, to turn it into something. We have a great group of diverse people from all over the world that are in there. We've got Australia, Sweden, India, Dubai, America, South America, Canada, everywhere. It's from all over. So if you haven't already, the link is in the description. And if you cannot find your currency that you want to pay for, I have multiple payment platforms set up, and it is paid for. These are paid payment processing companies or accounts or subscriptions that I have to secure every single transaction. So if, God forbid, something happens with a transaction or your card information by purchasing something off of my stuff, it's and we can trace it back to it being something solely responsible on my end. Every single platform that I'm on is FDIC insured. So, yeah, it's bigger than me and you, and it's being taken care of by a company with resources. So, anything that you run your car through, they're going to be, I don't know what that was. They're going to be some secured information. It's a friend of mine. You got the good buddy that will send you the crazy stuff that you don't want to open in public. That's my buddy right there. Makes you nervous to open what he's sending you. But he's a good guy, though. Professional fisherman, by the way. But long story short, yeah, if you want to join the Telegram group, it's safe, secure, it's private. It is not open to everybody. If you are in there causing ruckus, which we haven't had a problem yet, and we are approaching, we're just growing very quickly. And thank you guys for us busting over 100 subscribers. I mean, I never thought that we would get to this point in a short amount of time, because this channel is brand new. So I don't even think we're 30 days old. We possibly might just be a little bit over 30 days. I'm not sure exactly. But thank you guys. You're all wonderful. Thank you for everybody inside the Telegram group for your support and your cooperation and working well with each other and myself and just busting it out. We're going through a weird, funky thing right now with Bitcoin, but PBX, I'll get back to that. I mean, like I said before, I'm predicting PBX hits $1, if not $1.50. So I think it's a very strong coin. It has a lot of use case purposes. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I just want to kind of get back onto what we're looking at versus just rambling about a Telegram group. Paribus, the first of its kind, a cross-chain lending borrowing platform on Cardano, using its first kind of a dynamic interest rate and algorithms. Paribus will unlock liquidity across chains through a range of crypto assets such as NFTs, synthetics, virtual land, and liquidity positions. So the fact that this thing is on Cardano. It's one of the first few projects on Cardano. They're the actual gas fees that it cost on Cardano compared to Ethereum. I did an Ethereum test. I personally don't own any Ethereum, straight up. I just don't. I cannot stand the gas fees. It blows my mind for me to cash out on something on Ethereum, and it just costs you a fortune to trade something directly off of Ethereum. And if you don't know about Cardano and Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson's, maybe I'm saying his last name wrong, and Vitalik are ex-partners because they built Ethereum together. Long story short, Vitalik is money hungry and didn't really care about, the structure of things of how they built Ethereum. And when they released it, Charles Hoskinson's, which is the owner of Cardano, said, "Hey man, it's not ready yet." Vitalik said, "Screw you, bro. We're putting it out there, and whatever problems we run into, we're going to have enough money to fix it along the way." So basically what you have is this foundation that is just patched. You ever been down that city highway where they could easily just tear it up? Like, you would rather go through a week of just tearing up the highway and being detoured than 6 years of constant construction on a road where potholes just form all over. Well, basically that's what Ethereum is. And it's a never-ending project as far as repairs go. There's no solid foundation for growth. And on the ADA side, Cardano, the entire platform of Cardano has just been strictly just like tested in a test environment at full throttle, and it has been proven to work. So there's a solid foundation, and everything that's been put out on Cardano has to work. And there's so much gaming on Ethereum that not only are the gas fees ridiculous when you want to do something on the Ethereum network, and yes, I know Ethereum 2.0 is coming, but that's all I hear is a bunch of hype and a bunch of talk. Ethereum 2.0 was supposed to have been out already, and they keep extending it, talking about, oh, the 2.0, the 2.0 this, the 2.0 that. Well, they rushed it. And now it's to the point where Ethereum's just going to eat itself and kill itself. Like, once you start slowing down gaming and costing gamers, hundreds of dollars that they have invested into whatever game they have, and then you want to transfer it over to another network, and they can't, and they have to just get rid of it. I mean, basically, Ethereum is its own kryptonite. So it's just going to eat itself. Nothing's going to outpace it right now, especially where it's at. Yes, it's going to keep growing because people are, blind to the fact of what's going to happen with it. And they're like, oh, Ethereum 2.0 is coming out, and I hope Ethereum 2.0 comes out, and I hope they're able to transfer everything over, and it's just the gas fees are going down, but the miners are making so much money off the gas fees, it's ridiculous. So why would they stop if people are going to continue to use it? And Ethereum 2.0 could have been, could be ready now, and we just don't know. We just have no idea. So I think this is where a little bit of the whole speculation and whatever else, and the greed of Vitalik, because I mean, the dude's kind of creepy. I mean, he really is. You wouldn't leave him in a room with anything. If he was that kid and he was broke and he's sitting in your room, your living room, you probably wouldn't leave him in your house. He's a little weird. And smart as all get out, but no, he's a little creepy. But when it comes to Charles Hoskinson, I like what he's doing with Cardano. He's been a lot of talk himself, but he hasn't released anything, and he hasn't been money hungry, and he hasn't been chasing money. And this dude's loaded. He has a ton of money, ton of bread. So if this dude brought Cardano over to Ethiopia, basically gave Ethiopians, 5 million Ethiopians, a social security number. I've said this before. And they don't have to pay 89% interest on their stuff at all. They can actually have a social security number, a way to track their financial credit line, basically, in a sense, to become a stronger community. Like, I think Ethiopia is going to be the next Dubai. In the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be a place that you want to go to, like, worldwide, no matter where you are in the world. It'll be a nice vacation spot, or some type of major financial boom happening. So that's my take on the Cardano platform, where I was kind of going with the whole PBX thing, about anything on this platform. It just operates it. It functions, and the gas fees are next to nothing. So if I was on PBX and I wanted to sell a bunch of stuff, I probably wouldn't even spend $10 if I was trying to trade 10 grand of this stuff. You know, you go trade 10 grand of anything on freaking Ethereum, and you're going to be paying out the, you know, whatever. I mean, you send $100, it'll cost you $30 to $40 to send $100. What's the point of doing that? It's like you're too scared to move your money, but eventually you're going to get sick and tired of their games and what they're doing on the Ethereum network just to be called the number 2 cryptocurrency. Eventually people are going to get sick of it and just pull their money. And or that's the second they're able to pull their money and transfer it on some type of like an ERC20, something like that, and get it out and move it around, they are. And then what's Ethereum going to do now at that point? It's just going to crash and eat itself. They're not releasing Ethereum 2.0 anytime soon. That's just my opinion. I keep hearing about 2.0 this, 2.0 that, and the date itself keeps getting pushed out. Speaking of dates getting pushed out, a date that has been pushed out for another coin that just cannot catch a break. We already know who that is. Mr. XRP. Okay, look at XRP today. It had a nice little run up. But XRP, as far as the SEC news goes, I mean, this is like a news story hype thing. The SEC supposedly got an extension from the judge to make this last until January. Like, just come on, people. Just like leave XRP alone. Let this thing blossom into what it needs to blossom into. But that's another update as far as just coins that I personally like and invest into. XRP is just, God. It did this right here in 2 weeks. Come on now. It did that in 2 weeks. That's crazy. And it's constantly been under pressure from the SEC. So, as far as what's going to start pumping right now, people, nobody knows. And if they tell you that they know right now, they're lying. But I'm pretty impressed with PBX. I'm pretty impressed with XRP because this thing has nothing but weights that keep weighing it down over and over and over and over and over, and it just keeps performing. These are some of the coins that I've been following for a long time that just have been dormant, and they really will show up. These things will wake up. I've seen all these coins actually wake up and do some amazing things. But we'll see. So this looks like a good time to get to LYM. Honestly, that looks like a good time to buy, but I don't know what the market's going to do because this thing attempted to pump and then it tapped out. It kind of ran out of gas, and I don't want this to be a fake out and everybody go jump into it. But keep LYM on your radar, people. LRC. We are definitely keeping LRC on the radar. We don't want it right now because it just dropped 12%. I think it's going to drop more. EDG. Horrible pattern. Layer. Nope. It tried. It started to form a cup and handle, but it just didn't make it. KRL. This is something that honestly could probably be $10 or $20 in the next week or two. So 21 days max or so. I'd say KRL would be about $21. Z, this is it's a good pattern right here. This right here, it's going to consolidate a little bit more, but I do think it's going to run over and start making a run for it, the hills, here pretty soon on Z. And if you don't know what Z is, come on down. It's on Zero Swap, a multi-chain compatible decentralized exchange, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to learn more about Z, go ahead and click the pause button, and there you go. They have a zeroswap.io. These are just coins that I'm following right now. Nothing that I'm trading. Anything that I'm trading, Ubxt though, this is a nice coin. It does wonderful things. It has not done wonderful things recently, but we're at 3 cents, and it does have the ability to sit here and run up to 11 cents. So This is just a test at $10, probably. Um, yeah, I feel so sorry for people that bought this and it came back down. So we won't talk about that. I've been that guy before, way back when, many moons ago. But other than that, this is starting to turn into it's been a ramble video. I just wanted to get something out here to you guys and talk to you about some things, about what BTC is doing. Like I said, I'm constantly just scanning so you can see my ADHD just like working at its best, just to check stuff and keep scanning. So I don't see any major run-ups happening. Map. This is a chicken dinner right here, where they call it, where I'm from. So this could I don't know. Definitely not a head and shoulders pattern for sure. Unless it's trying to form one way down here, and that's just god awful if it is. That means it's going to drop even lower than what it's at. But I think we could possibly be approaching another bear market inside of a bull market with Bitcoin. I've been feeling that way for the past few days, just because these three lines that it's been forming for some time, it just does not make sense. And I get it. It's sort of trading sideways, but this is not a sideways trade. This is more of a step down. It just keeps stepping down and stepping down and stepping down. And it's not a flag pattern at all. It's not this thing is going to need to clamp down. And so if this thing needs to do anything, it needs to clamp down even more so. And if it does clamp down, I see it probably around 60, about 60,800 or so. And when it locks into around that for the day, then we can expect a possible massive explosion by Bitcoin, especially on the daily. But for right now, I mean, if you're looking at it from this point here, let me get my pen out for a second. Hang on, guys. Okay, so if you're looking at it from this point here, excuse my unsteady hand, we could have a pattern like this developing. Okay. So this could be the pattern that it could be developing right now. It could be choking down until it gets to this point. And eventually it's just going to probably flicker out, do some weird stuff. But what we don't want is it to do that. Okay? I've been in so many coins over the years, and just to see something do that. Okay? So this needs to have a breakout to the upside. So let me get rid of these little. If we do what we want a breakout to the upside. But it does not look like it's possibly doing that. And that's what makes me nervous, is because I see this doing that before it does that. So if you want to stay up to date, minute to minute, that's going to happen in the Telegram group. If we need to really hunker down on something, everything we're in right now is kind of out of our control. So if you're stuck in something, just hold your positions. Like I said, you haven't lost $1 yet unless you sell it, and everything will return back to where it was. We haven't invested into Doge. I understand Doge is supposed to go up and whatnot, and Elon's not tweeting about Doge anymore, and even if he did, it's not going to have an effect on it just because he doesn't even own any Doge. But long story short, hold your positions wherever you're at. I wish a lot of you would have gotten out when I said so. I didn't want to be right. If any time I would want to have been wrong, it would have been wrong earlier this week when I said for everyone to get out of their trades. But it turns out that I was right to some extent, and I was hoping that I was wrong, to be honest with you. So I think that we need to be mindful, respectful of what we're dealing with. You have to respect, just like riding a super fast motorcycle or car. you have to respect the power that you are essentially playing with. Because if you don't respect it, it's going to hurt you. And by hurt you, I mean hurt your pockets, or hurt your trades, or hurt your portfolio. And I hate giving money away. And this is one of those things where just keep telling yourself to secure and protect the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I think this is probably one of the longer ones. I don't know what time or how long this is played out, but I feel like I've been talking forever. And I hope you guys have a blessed one. Like I said before, like, share, and subscribe the video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, or let me know what you want some information on, some feedback on, and I will try to relay the information back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for supporting the channel, guys, especially guys and girls in the Telegram group. Thank you guys very much. Link for the Telegram group is in the description, and so is the TikTok. And I'll work on posting more in the TikTok. All right, guys, I'm out. You stay happy, stay blessed, stay healthy. It's been Crypto Cory.